What's up everyone, this is Cyberknight, and today we have a Goki archetype discussion video for you guys. If you guys haven't heard about the Gokis, of course they have been introduced in Code of the Duelist, which is a set that we just got in English not too long ago. Of course they are based off link summoning, and they're pretty aggressive too. Like their main strategy is to just be aggressive on the field, get multiple ones on the field, do some damage as well, and then just go for link monsters over and over and over. They also are known for having different levels for their effect monsters, because I guess they don't want you to just use them for Exceed monsters and stuff too. They want you to use them as they're meant to be, where they can swarm the field and then go for their link monsters and actually, power themselves up and do a lot of damage. They also each share an effect where basically when they are sent from the field to the graveyard, you're able to add a Goki card from your deck to your hand. So not only do they have their own effects to, whether, like I said, swarm the field, do damage, they also have their own searching effects that they all share too. So this archetype, I would say, is probably the most budget friendly of the different link archetypes that we're seeing from Code of the Duelist, because like the highest rated cards are all super rares. Like there's 3 of them that are actually super rares, and with of course guaranteed holos in our sets now and everything, yeah, that means that everything is really budget friendly for them, and they're pretty fun and straightforward to use as well. Also in this video, I'm not going to just be talking about the Code of the Duelist cards, we're also going to be talking about the new support that is in Circuit Break, and of course they even have a promo Link Monster 2 that we're going to be talking about in this video. But yeah, anyway, let's go on ahead and get started and start talking about these, and of course too, we're also going to be talking about some cards that work really well with this archetype as well towards the end of this video. So let's get started. First off, we have Goki Twist Cobra. It is an Earth level 3 warrior effect monster with 1600 attack and 0 defense. Anyway, its effect is that first off, it's a quick effect. You can attribute one Goki monster, then target one Goki monster you control. It gains attack equal to the original attack of the attributed monster until the end of this turn. If this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can add one Goki card from your deck to the hand except Goki Twist Cobra. You can only use each effect of Goki Twist Cobra once per turn. So yeah, what does this one do? Basically, it's able to power up your other Goki monsters. You tribute a Goki monster, you power up another one to do some damage, and also since, of course, like I said, they don't mind being sent from the field to the graveyard, that Goki monster you're tributing, yeah, you're getting a search effect then from that as well. So like I said, they all share that searching effect, so obviously when they're removed from the field and sent to the graveyard, whether it be from their own effects by tributing them or whatever, you're getting those searching effects, which will definitely help you out. And like I said too, getting that power up will definitely help you do some damage to your opponent as well, because think about it, powering up their link monsters and stuff too, like Great Ogre, giving it that attack boost can do some serious damage, and not even counting their own effects too, being able to like weaken your opponent and swarm the field and that kind of stuff as well. So yeah, Twist Cobra is just mainly there to power up your Goki monsters and do that extra damage, and also that searching effect like the others have will definitely come in handy for you. So yeah, it is one you want to have 3 of, especially right now since they don't have a ton of different Goki monsters, and like I said, it can do some serious damage to your opponent. Next up, we have Goki Suprex, which is, of course, this time an Earth level 4 warrior monster with 1800 attack and 0 defense. Anyway, its effect is when this card is normal summoned, you can special summon one Goki monster from your hand. If this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can add one Goki card from your deck to your hand, except Goki Suprex. You can only use this effect of Goki Suprex once per turn. So yeah, first off, this is the level 4 Goki monster that we have right now, and basically what it does is that when it's normal summon, you're able to special summon a Goki monster from your hand to your side of the field. So with this one, it's plain and simple, it's just a way to get more Goki monsters, on your side of the field as quickly as possible. Also, again, still sharing that same effect, being able to search for other Goki cards whenever it is removed from the field to the graveyard. So with this one, there's not just a ton to say about it. Is one you're going to want to have 3 of, because basically it will help you swarm the field, and that's what you need to do with this archetype, is you want to swarm the field and go for those link monsters. So plain and simple on that one, that is one you want to run 3 of, because it will help you get more Goki monsters on your side of the field as quickly as possible. Next up, we have Goki Rescorpio, which is an Earth level 5 this time warrior monster with 2300 attack and 0 defense. And of course, its effect is if you control no monsters or all monsters you control are Goki monsters, you can normal summon this card without tributing. If this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can add one Goki card from your deck to your hand, except Goki Rescorpio. You can only use this effect of Goki Rescorpio once per turn. So with this one, again, it is more of your powerhouse Goki monsters. It's one that you can easily normal summon even though it is a level 5. So whether you have no monsters or just Goki monsters on your side of the field, there you go. You gain an easy normal summon, which has a 2300 attack, so it will do some serious damage too, and get over a lot of different monsters as well. I mean, having an easy to summon 2300 attack monster, that's always a good thing. And again, if you just have more monsters, you can get to your side of the field to then go for the link summoning. So not much else to say other than that. It's just your strongest Goki monster that you can easily bring out. Of course, another one you're going to want to run 3 of because it's so ridiculously easy to bring this card out. And like I said, with 2,300 attack, it can get over a lot of different monsters and do some pretty good damage too. And then next up we have Gouki Headbat. This one is the card that's in Circuit Break. Of course, we don't have this in English just yet. I guess we'll get it in October with Circuit Break. But anyway, this one is an Earth, a level 2 warrior monster with 800 attack and 0 defense. And its effect is, if this card is in your hand, you can send one other Gouki monster from your hand to the graveyard, then target one Gouki monster you control, special summon this card in defense position, and if you do, the target monster gains 800 attack until the end of this turn. If this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you could add one Gouki card from your deck to the hand, except Gouki Headbat. You can only use each effect of Gouki Headbat once per turn. So yeah, yet again, you have a monster that can easily be, special summoned to your side of the field. Also, of course, being able to power up your Gouki monsters, and then the same with that same, Gouki searching effect. So with this one, again, it has that effect where you're just able to swarm the field with more Goukis, which again, will help you bring out their link monsters, and also, that powering up effect can help you out as well, just getting that little bit of attack boost to run over your opponent's monsters, or just get that additional damage. Like I said, it's in Circuit Break unlike the others too, which I'm going to assume it's going to be a low rarity card. I have a feeling it's going to be another one that's going to be easy to get, and of course, like I said, just having that power up effect and another monster you can easily get on your side of the field will definitely help them out, because you just want to link summon for days, and this card will help you do that. So again, it's another one that I feel like you're going to want to run multiple copies of. For this one though, I feel like it's one you would probably run at 2 in most cases. You could run it at 3 just because you don't have a ton of Gouki monsters yet in the game, but yeah, I would say at least 2 for this one. Alright, now we're moving on to our link monsters. The first one we have is the main one that we have right now in the TCG, and that is Gouki the Great Ogre. Anyway, it is an Earth, a warrior link monster. Its link arrows are at the bottom left, bottom, and bottom right. It requires 2 Gouki monsters to link summon into it, and it has a 2,600 attack and the link of 3. Anyway, its effect is all monsters on the field lose attack equal to their original defense. If this card would be destroyed by a battle or card effect, you can destroy one of your monsters that this card points to instead. So yeah, as you guys can see, this is a relatively straightforward boss monster for Goukis. What it does is that it subtracts the defense of all the monsters on the field, from their attack. So they have like, 1,000 defense, then that gets taken directly from the attack, so they lose that 1,000 attack from that. This is an effect that definitely helps out with Goukis, and also it won't affect your Gouki monsters either because they all have 0 defense. So there's nothing to subtract from that. 0, it doesn't matter on that. Yeah, they're not going to lose attack points for that. So that definitely will help you out. Also, of course, another kind of weakness to this card is that obviously link monsters don't have defense either. So that's kind of the negative, I guess, with this card, is that you're not going to be able to subtract defense from other link monsters because they don't have defense points. So that's not going to help you out against like Decode Talker, Firewall Dragon, and the many other link monsters that we have right now. So that's kind of a negative, I guess, from that. But of course, there are other monsters your opponent has. Being able to weaken those will definitely help you out. It's going to mean that in most cases, your monsters are going to be quite a bit stronger than your opponent's monsters. So you might be able to use that, of course, to stop your opponent from even being able to link summon, or just they have some other boss monsters they have on their side of the field. If those are effect monsters or just anything that has high defense points, yeah, that will definitely hurt them. And then, not only that, it's a card that can be protected by your other monsters. If you have other monsters that are at the link points, yeah, you can just destroy them instead, and make sure your Great Ogre is fine. And this works, again, really well with the Goukis, because you don't mind destroying your Gouki monsters, because you get that searching effect right afterwards. So it's like, you know what, sure, whatever, I'll protect Great Ogre, I'll get rid of a Twist Cobra for this example, and then, oh yeah, I get to protect my Great Ogre and get a searching effect. That's really good. So yeah, like I said, it is just a straightforward, good boss monster for Goukis, and one that you're going to want to run at 2 and just about every build with them, just because, yeah, it's your boss monster you have, and it's really the only link monster Goukis have, at least at the time of this video, so that is one you definitely want to have at least 2 of. Alright, now moving on to the brand new link monster that's in Circuit Break, and that is Gouki Thunder Ogre. Anyway, it is an Earth Warrior link monster with the link arrows at the bottom left, top, and bottom right. It requires 2 Gouki monsters link summon into it, and it has a 2,200 attack and a link of 3. Anyway, its effect is, during the main phase, the turn player can normal summon 1 monster to their zone this card points to, in addition to their normal summon set. They can only gain this effect once per turn. If a monster this card points to is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can make this card gain 400 attack. So yeah, as you guys can see, it's a pretty self-explanatory Link monster. Basically what it does is it gives you an additional normal summon, which obviously can help you out. I mean, more monsters you can bring out, the better. More Link monsters that you can bring out and stuff too. So that's definitely going to help you out. But not only that, I like the last part of this card's effect because a monster this card points to if destroyed by battle or card effect, it gains 400 attacks. So remember to look at those Link arrows. It has one at the top, so that means it could be pointing at one of your opponent's monsters, destroy that one by battle or card effect. You know, he could even just like attack one of your opponent's monsters, destroy it that it's pointing to, and then it gets stronger from it. So that's very useful. And then not only that, it has of course, the bottom left and bottom right points, which if you have some of your Goki monsters that are linked to it, then you don't mind them getting destroyed because, like I said, you get that searching effect, and also it powers up a Thunder Ogre. So you're getting like 2 different effects that can definitely help you out. So yeah, like I said, it's just a good self-explanatory Link monster. It's one that I would think most builds would at least run, probably 1 to 2 of them would be my guess. And it looks like it's going to be pretty good for them. Like I said, you're getting an attack boost and searching ability if you're destroying your own Gokis. That's definitely going to help you out. So even though it kind of starts off a little weak, it'll definitely get stronger. And then, of course, we're down to our last Goki Link monster, and this one is supposed to be in like a special promo pack that Japan's getting. It's called Link Vrains Edition, so I have no idea when we're going to get this card and how we're going to get it. It's the one I'm saying I'm hoping it'll just like be thrown in Circuit Break, and that is Goki Destroy Ogre. Anyway, it is an Earth Warrior Link monster. The Link arrows are at the left, right, and bottom right. It requires 2 Goki monsters to link into it, has a 2,800 attack, and then the link of 4, so it's the highest Link monster that they have right now. And then, of course, its effect is that the first time each monster this card points to would be destroyed by battle each turn, it is not destroyed. During your main phase, you can activate this effect. You cannot special summon monsters for the rest of this turn, except Goki monsters. Also, your opponent special summons 2 monsters from their graveyard. Then you special summon up to that many Goki monsters from your graveyard to your zone this card points to, except Link monsters. You can only use this effect of Goki Destroy Ogre once per turn. So yeah, first off, as you guys can plainly see, this is the strongest of the Goki Link monsters. It has a 2,800 attack and a link of 4, and also what it does is it protects your monsters. I mean, it just makes it so pretty much they have to be destroyed by battle twice is what it does. So in any deck, that's good. You know, making it so your monsters stay on the field can really come in handy for you and make sure they do some extra damage. Not only that, too, it actually has a revival effect, making it so your opponent can revive 2 of their monsters from the graveyard, but then you can special summon as many Goki monsters from your graveyard. Of course, it has to be the zone it points to, and it can't be Link monsters. That's the only downside. I see that. I wish it was Link monsters, because think about getting like, you know, Thunder Ogre or Great Ogre and that kind of stuff too to your side of the field again. That would be pretty amazing, but I see why obviously they did that. What that means too on the wording on that, in case some people are confused, is basically your opponent can bring up to 2 monsters from the graveyard. If they happen to just bring out 1, then you only get 1 Goki monster too. In case that's, you know, confusing some people, I wanted to, you know, make sure you guys knew that. But with that, of course, more Goki monsters out the field, which then obviously, like I've been saying, means more Link summoning and more effects you can activate. But yeah, I think it's a great addition to Gokis. That protection effect it brings, and also being able to revive Goki monsters will definitely come in handy for you. And it's a Link monster I feel like that you will probably run at just 1, just because there's a lot of good options out there for Link monsters. Of course, with 15 cards in the extra deck, as we've known from Xyz summoning and everything too in the past, you don't have just a ton of room. So I'd probably just have 1 of these, because I would also probably have like Firewall Dragon or Topologic Bomber or something like that to go along with it, because we do have a lot of generic Link 4 monsters. So this is one that I would see being ran at 1, just because it has some good effects, but it's going to be a little tougher to bring out because of that, but not too tough for Gokis either. So it looks like a great addition, and I hope we get it sooner than later. And now moving on to our only Goki card that we have left, and that is a Goki Rematch. So yes, this is the only Spell or Trap card that they have right now. So it seems kind of funny for the full archetype, it's mainly just monsters, and they have 1 spell card to go along with that. But anyway, it's a pretty good card because it's a normal spell, and its effect is target 2 Goki monsters in your graveyard with different levels, special summon them in defense position. You can only activate 1 Goki Rematch per turn. So what does this card do for you? It helps you revive your Goki monsters to then bring out your Link monsters. I mean, it is really plain and simple. Like I said, you want to easily get them out on your side of the field. Go for Link summon like pretty much every strategy is for any deck out there these days. You swarm the field, just like back then, you know, for Xyz summoning, it's just this time we're bringing out Link monsters. So same strategy on that. It's a really simple effect, but one that's really good for them. One that you want to have 3 of, just because, yeah, I mean, that's a game changer for you. Getting 2 monsters instantly on your side of the field, Goki monsters too, and it doesn't negate their effects. So if you happen to just use them and then you're activating something like Dark Hole or Torrential or something along those lines and get them destroyed, well, you get searching effects from those Gokis as well. Or of course, like I said, just plain and simple, bring out a Link monster from it. So it's a great card for them. I know, like I said, it's kind of funny that it's the only spell card for them and they don't even have a trap card yet, but it is a great spell card. So like I said, it's one you're definitely going to want to have 3 of, and it's pretty big game changer in a lot of ways too. Like I said, get those 2 monsters, go for a Link monster, or just blow up the field and get some searching. Good either way. Alright, now let's talk about cards that work really well with the Goki archetype. The first one we have is Masked Chameleon. This card works well with them because all of the Goki effect monsters have 0 defense, so being able to bring them back with Masked Chameleon will definitely help you out. And then of course, not only that, Masked Chameleon being a tuner monster, that means you have access to an easy Synchro summon, or even an Xyz summon, or of course Link monsters with this card, because it can help bring all those types of summoning to you. Because first off, use this card with like Super X, then you have another level 4 that can be an instant Omega on your side of the field, which obviously works really well because it can go from the extra monster zone using its effect to the main monster zone. So that's always an excellent choice for that. And just think of all the different level 8s you can go for anyway with that. Of course, you even have like Twist Cobra, which then can be an easy level 7. Think about like, of course, Black Rose or Clearwing. Not only that, of course, again, if you're bringing out Super X, you have 2 level 4s. That can be an easy rank 4 monster. That could be a Castell. That can be a Utopia the Lightning. And then not only that, just being able to swarm the field with any deck these days, going for just about any Link summon you want. Being able to revive a Goki monster and also it being a tuner monster just gives you access to so many forms of summoning. It is definitely a card you're going to want to run. Right now in my build, I'm using 2 of them, and it is just excellent with Goki. So that is one I pretty much would say is a staple for them. Then afterwards we have Marauding Captain and Motivating Captain. I felt like I should bring up both these because, of course, Marauding Captain, you guys already know about this card, being able to special summon from your hand. That can definitely help you out, and especially since we're dealing with Link summoning, yeah, more monsters you bring out, the better. So obviously, I felt like it was worth bringing up. But of course, I mainly want to bring up Motivating Captain because this is a brand new rare monster that we got from Code of the Duelist, which basically what it does is that when it's normal summoned, you target a level 4 or lower monster in your graveyard and special summon it in defense position. Its effects are negated. So what does that really do for you? What does that mean? Well, basically, getting that normal summon, for this card, you're also getting a special summon from your graveyard, which can be one of your Gokis, and then with that, of course, that just gives you more fuel for a Link summon. It's one I'm running at 2 right now in my build, and yeah, I just gotta say, it is definitely worth having. And then, of course, since we're wanting to swarm the field and we have warrior monsters, why not talk about Goblinberg and Heroic Challenger Assault Halberd? Both of these work really well. I mean, they're mainly good with Super X just because, with all these level 4s out there, that can be an easy rank 4 monster. So that's what they're mainly doing for you. It would probably work a little bit better in a more Xyz-centric build, but of course, just having more monsters just to that field too means more Link monsters as well. So I feel like both of these are worth bringing up just because, like I said, that can be an easy Utopia the Lightning, Castell, even like Excalibur if you want to bring him out or something too. Just having access to all of that kind of stuff will definitely help you out. Swarming the field is always a good thing. And since we don't have a ton of Goki monsters right now, these can definitely help you out with swarming the field and going for those Link monsters even easier. Then, of course, next up, since the Goki monsters are actually Earth attribute, you can even use Natria Beast and Natria Barkion. Using them, of course, with even like a card like Glow Up Bulb, I mean, that can make it ridiculously easy to bring them out because with Gokis, you have so many different levels. Of course, you have your level 5 Scorpio, you have Super X, which is level 4. So using Glow Up Bulb with those can mean an easy Barkion or Natria Beast, which are some of the better Synchro monsters we have out there. Then after that, I feel like these are kind of no-brainers, yet I still want to talk about them since we're dealing with warrior monsters. We have Reinforcement of the Army and the Warrior Returning Alive. Reinforcement of the Army, like I said, I mean, obviously, that's a staple. You need one of them. I wish one of these days it would go back to 3 because, man, I missed that card at 3. But seriously, this card works well in anything that involves warriors, so it's a staple. You guys already know that probably, but I felt like I should bring it up just because that searching from the deck will definitely help you out. Also, Warrior Returning Alive, basically the same idea, except this time you're getting a warrior monster from your graveyard and then adding it to your hand. So think about all your different Goki monsters like Super X. Yet again, I know that's the one I was bringing up, but seriously, adding it back to your hand and then getting that additional summon from it and everything too can really help you out. So I would definitely run these in my build. Reinforcement Army, like I said, that's just a staple. You need to have one of them. Warrior Returning Alive, it just kind of depends on your build, but I feel like in a lot of different ones, you might want to have like 2 of these just to make sure you get to recycle some of your Goki monsters. Then next up, we also have Transmodify. This card is just easily a staple at 3 for this build because with your Goki monsters, they all have different levels. So Transmodify works really well with that too because being able to swarm the field with more monsters, obviously, again, more Link summoning, Xyz summoning, whatever you want to do, but of course, just getting more monsters out there will definitely help you out. Transmodify does this really easily, especially since this archetype has so many different levels. Yeah, this is a staple at 3. You definitely need Transmodify. And then we also have Enemy Controller. I wanted to bring this up just because it's kind of a funny card to use because you don't mind tributing one of your monsters to take one of your opponent's monsters, because if you're tributing a Goki monster, you're getting a search effect from that, so it's really not a downside for you. I feel like it was worth bringing up just because, just think about that. You tribute one of your Gokis, you get a search from it, you also get one of your opponent's monsters, which then you can use that for a link summon or whatever. I mean, you have one of their monsters that can definitely help you out. It could be one that's blocking you from your strategy, or just a powerful link monster you could use to help you bring out an even stronger link monster. It can help add into the link. So with that, I feel like it is definitely worth bringing up, and one that can really help out with Gokis too. So it's kind of a fun little option, maybe even like a good side deck option. And then next up we have Feast of the Wild level 5. This is just kind of a fun card you can use just because we have Rescorpio, which is a level 5 warrior monster, so you can special summon 2 of them easily from your hand or graveyard. Their effects are negated and they can't attack, but again, you know, use it for Xyz summoning or link summoning or whatever you want to do. So having access to this card can be pretty good. It's kind of like another rematch if you want to think of it like that, but a little bit different too. It has a little bit more requirements, so that's the reason I'm saying it's kind of a fun option, because I don't recommend it too much, but if you want to have one of these thrown into the deck, it could help you out, especially since you're more than likely going to be having 3 of Rescorpio. You know, having one of these kind of thrown in could be kind of fun. Then after that, this one seems kind of funny to me that I'm actually talking about it in like a discussion video like this, but Dark Hole. Being able to just wipe out the field, and even your own Goki monsters, is no problem for you. You wipe out the field, you get your Goki monsters effects to activate because they were sent then from the field to the graveyard. There you go. I mean, it's a game changer for you, being able to just destroy everything, especially with link monsters and everything too. Resetting the field can hurt a lot of different decks out there. So if they went on ahead, they used all their cards in their hand and everything to link summon a bunch of monsters or just swarm the field, being able to reset the board will always help you out. And of course, like I said, you're a Goki player, so that's not a problem for you. You don't mind your monsters being sent from the field to the graveyard because you get searching from all that too. So you can then just pretty much redo your field, and your opponent's field's been wiped out, and that can easily be an OTK for you. So Dark Hole, I feel like, is a must at 2 in this deck, because it is just it's just a reset card that will definitely turn a game around for you. And then of course, just like with Dark Hole, we also have Torrential Tribute. Again, same idea, wipe out the field, you're getting your effects from it, not a problem for you. Resetting your opponent's board as well will definitely help you out. And of course, like I said, with so many decks out there just using every card in their hand to swarm the field, you can really make them pay for that. So Torrential Tribute, another great option. It is one you want to have in this deck as well. And then last but certainly not least, we also have Horn of Heaven. Again, it's kind of like an enemy controller sort of idea, because you don't mind tributing your monsters, because again, Goki monsters, you're getting their searching effects, so that's not a problem. Not only that, you're able to stop your opponent's monsters from being summoned. So with that, of course, you're getting sort of a Solemn Warning, Solemn Strike kind of card, but also instead of paying life points, you're just getting one of your Goki monsters, and then afterwards you're getting a searching effect from it. But yeah, it's a great option for you to have, and one that can definitely come in handy for you as well. So yeah, there we go. That is my Goki discussion video. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Of course, quite a few different things to talk about in this video, even though there's not a ton of Goki monsters, so I think that's kind of funny. But yeah, I do recommend trying these guys out because, like I said, everything is budget with them. If you want to try out link summoning, but you don't want to spend a lot of money, you don't want to try to hunt down all those trick stars and world chalice, this is the archetype I recommend to you, because everything's cheap to get, and even like the cards that work well with them are relatively cheap. Like, I can't really think of anything that's too expensive for them. So it really doesn't matter on your build whether you're going for more fun or competitive. I feel like you can build them fairly cheap. So let me know what you guys think about the Gokis, of course, in the comments down below. What strategies have you used with them if you've been testing them out, and what cards have worked well for you too, because of course, just like with any archetype discussion video, I bring up a lot of different support cards that work well with them, but obviously I can't bring up every card in the video. I mean, we could go on for hours and hours if I did that. So just tell me in the comments what cards are working well for you guys, and what other archetype discussion videos you guys want to see for future videos. But yeah, as always, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to hit that like button. It helps out a lot. It shows that you guys want to see more videos like this in the future too, as well as subscribe for more archetype discussions and other Yu-Gi-Oh related videos. And of course, I will catch you guys later. See ya.